Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. The church camp I went to when I was a kid told me that animals don't have souls, and I didn't like that very much, but that's okay, because we are the YborKnuckleHeads. My name is Adam.
Landon.
I'm Sanman.
And today we're going to bring you tidings of terrible things, but it's okay because we're doing it on camera. Hi, everybody in the lands of YouTube.
For the first time.
Forever. Well, not for the first time, but for the first time successfully.
For them to see it. Hey, we're just recording it. You guys are never going to see this. It'll come out years later when we're all famous.
Yeah, and we're going to... That's actually...
We're all going to be in prison. They're going to be like, what went wrong? And it's all going to come back to this video. Yes, this is where it starts. This could be evidence against us at some point. And I'm excited for it. I'm here for it, folks.
27 8x10 colored glossy photographs of circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one was to be used as evidence against us.
Yup.
You had a story that you wanted to tell before this. So let's get into that.
All right, I'm sitting down there by Stone Soup where I'm bartending.
Stone Poop?
Yeah. Don't say that.
I know.
But anyway,
they're fine.
Anyway, I'm doing my little flowers, counting them out, cleaning them up like I do and whatever. And these two little kids walk by, young guys. Neither one of them was over 23. I say, "Excuse me, guys, would you help an old man out?" And then I clicked the alarm on my car, toot toot, and I said, "Man, would you go over there to my car and look under the seat? Here's my keys. Go over there to my car, look under the seat, and there's a stack of $100 bills. Would you grab that for me and bring it to me?" And the look on those kids' faces. Have you ever seen like on a cartoon when the
they pop out and they go, "Ooh, God."
No, like the slot machine. Like
yes, cha-ching. They blink and they got money contacts.
Oh my God! When I handed them the keys, I said, "Here's the keys." I said, "The stack of $100 bills is under the seat." Man, I could not stop laughing. I didn't know how long I was going to take the joke, but when their eyes you would not imagine seeing. I know that's where they get that from when they do it, because that literally happened in my face. That was so funny. I'm sorry y'all didn't think it was funny like I did, but
it was funny.
I'm still laughing about it because
I exercise suppressing my laugh on this.
Why?
Well, so I'm not laughing my ass off during people's stories.
So it's not like talking.
We're
like
recording,
story.
you know, like we're trying to fucking. You know.
Well, man, what if you hurt my feelings, dog?
Well, then I have tissues for you available.
Fuck your feelings.
Yeah, we have available.
You too? I told y'all that story.
They love your story, Sam.
It's a funny story.
I'm just not in the zone.
I'm just playing.
Yet.
It's a great story.
Damn, he emphasized
yet. You know, you gotta have that attitude.
What'd you think about the Pride Parade?
I think people had fun. I think
it wasn't very busy.
That's what I'd say.
I mean, like, for what I expected it to be at least 5 times busier. Honestly,
they got a parade next week too, right?
Yes, it's the Memorial Parade.
Is it going to be on Saturday?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I got barked at by a furry.
What's
Did you bark back?
A furry is somebody who likes to dress up like their animal of choice as a persona, and they do the do during that. And sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's just about feeling like a dog or something, I think.
Some people like to get fucked as squirrels.
Yeah, some people like to be
bears,
like
fucking gorillas. Like, it's just some weird
la
shit.
la 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 la.
No,
I'm sorry to say it is.
La 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 la.
Check it out. So this guy was walking. These guys were walking down the street in dog masks. And he looked at me. He goes, "Ruff." I was like, "Wow."
I have a question. Did you bark back?
No. I said,
"What would happen if you did?"
I said, I don't want to know.
Wow.
I don't want to know.
Man, I don't even believe what I'm hearing. That's
no.
bullshit.
You would have bit your dick off, Adam.
Landon knows that this is totally feasible.
You don't mess with the furries.
It absolutely happened. If you ask,
So
ask Colby. Colby saw it happen.
There's a group.
Colby
of people,
saw it happen. Okay,
Yeah.
I will.
He's gonna be sad.
There's a group of people that walk around that associate themselves with the animal of choice, and they call themselves
Furries.
Furries.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, you have a persona and you name that persona. And usually it's because you spent too much time on the internet.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like there are certain fetishes that develop certainly because you went down this dark rabbit hole of the internet that, like, it's just like you wouldn't develop that. Like, it hasn't been developed in any culture ever, and then it just came like in the last 20 years. I wonder what the coincidence was. Or like 30 years or whatever.
Sure. Like the adult baby thing.
Oh, dude, that's gross.
That's
the grossest. Like,
shit.
is it bad that I want to commit violence upon certain people and it's only them? Like, there's no one else. There's no one else.
Whoa.
Not actually, but it's just like they disgust me more than
Right.
I have to say I'm disgusted. I'm like it's a dismissive kind of disgusted, and what's worse is I think they're turned on by that.
Wait. Can we back up? What did you just say?
The adult
Adult
baby.
baby.
Okay.
Like the diaper freaks.
Somebody dresses up like a baby.
They cry. They roll in a big ass crib.
And I have
They can
like
afford it.
heard shit. Usually it's not sexual.
Usually
it's not
they
a
like be
sexual
taken
thing.
care of or embarrassed or immediately they shit themselves and have
Yeah,
like a young
they
woman
like
change
to
it.
be like taken care of like
it's
a baby.
gross, dude. Like I'm sorry,
It's a different thing altogether.
they can't fuck with that.
The internet
At
is a
all.
dark.
That's an all new level of bullshit.
I can let the
Bernie,
furries go. The furries can go. You know, that's okay. That's
believe
fine.
The furries is great.
That's fine. I have no
As-
issue with
like,
that
furries
whatsoever.
are great.
Like that's you do your thing, but the baby thing is like that's like,
No,
dude, you have
no,
problems
no.
that
You
need to be
got
dealt with.
issues
like,
that-
Say that one more
seriously.
time. What's it called? Adult babies.
The adult babies.
Or something with diapers. Like I don't know.
No,
Like,
it's called an adult
all right.
babies.
So those are furries. That's kind of what they're. This is where you should slice it a picture of a furry or something. Just type of furry, there's that one, and then look, that's a bunch of them. It's like really intricate, like hardcore ass costumes,
And they just
and that's their like alternate personality. That's their
That's
real
their
personality or
persona.
whatever. That's what they go by. That's their thing. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And it's not always sexual, but that's definitely the undertones of
There's
all of it. Like
undertones
it's all
of
based
all
on
of
that.
it,
Even though
yeah.
not every
So-
act has to be explicitly sexual, every thing has to be explicitly sexual. It's like that's how it all started, and that's where it's all gonna end up. You know.
Yeah. He didn't believe it was real till he saw that photo, I think.
Dude, there's conventions,
There's
tons of conventions. It's one of the. It's a huge
Comic-Con.
thing.
They band together. Yeah, and then there's what else is there? There's some crazy shit people do, man. I mean, people can do whatever they
Paraphilic
want.
infantilism. That's what. How he has a binky in his mouth and shit.
Yeah,
Luckily, I don't say
somebody-
any shit, but like,
somebody wipes his ass.
bro, like that's. It's not only men. There's women too. The thing about the baby
That's
thing is
the
there's women
worst
that
thing
do it
I've
too.
ever fucking seen.
Wait. Now they have adults that pay other people. What about okay?
Oh, sometimes it's not being paid. Sometimes it's the other person wants to take care of somebody who wants to be a baby.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Sometimes
like,
there's
you got a chick.
It's
with
like a
mama
dominant
fetish.
submissive thing sometimes. It's really weird. I like it's just then stop looking at it. Like
Yeah, no, I got rid of it. I'm like, you don't need
Change
to look
the
at it either.
subject.
We're good. Hey, I think that was a pretty good subject.
it was
Honestly,
a
Shame.
great
It might make you
subject.
uncomfortable. That was a good
this
subject.
This is a show that exists on the internet. People will love this.
I can't.
Right after they watch this, they're gonna
We
whack
don't
off.
have to-
Know what I'm saying? Like they're
No,
gonna look up.
they're
They're gonna
not
look up
gonna
some
whack
furry
off.
porn.
I
What if they're
don't-
doing it
I
while
don't-
they're watching it?
I don't want nobody whacking.
I'm looking at
off.
you,
I'm done.
fucking perverts.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
You know who our listenership is?
Dude.
These degenerates.
Did you tell your story?
No.
Yes, I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, about the about
Yes.
the stack of money.
That was fucking hilarious.
Which
to
it
me.
was.
You know what I need? I need like one of those things that you put on the ground and it has $1 attached to it.
What about
And
somebody to lean on?
You need like
We all
I'm coming
need.
back.
you need like
somebody
a
What are you
to
talking about?
lean- I was just fucking with you.
Oh.
But anyway, dollar thing. What are you
No,
talking
I
about?
had this thing once, and you put the dollar on the ground, and you do like this, and you let it go, and the dollar comes to you.
I
you
think
should
you
get
should.
a fishing pole.
It's so old school.
Man,
Like a
I-
mini, you know, you can get mini fishing poles that are like a foot long, like little tiny mini. Like I forget what they call them, like a pocket fisherman or something. They're like
I'm
this
gonna
big, and they
do
have a
that.
reel too. So you just fuck around with people, go around with like a $5 on it or some shit.
Can I tell you what we have been discussing?
Yeah. What's that?
On Friday and Saturday nights, twice a night, at the place I'm bartending, I'm gonna do comedy for 15 minutes
That's a good idea.
That's a beautiful idea. I love that idea.
until I'm ready to go.
Yes,
big
yes,
time.
yes.
Huh?
Yes, you should do stand up.
I agree.
Yes, you should.
I'll open for you.
That
Don't
sh-
worry.
Man,
We
I
should
had
all do
I got
stand
you.
up. We should
That's
all
a good
do
idea. It's a
stand-up.
good exercise. That's what I like about like stand up is a very good exercise. It's a good social like to get out in front of people to face fear. Like nothing
Oh,
bad.
It was terrifying. It's terrifying.
No, I 100% believe that. I've been on stage not for like not for comedy, but like plays and shit like that.
Oh,
and it's like
I've been
even
on the stage for
for comedy, it would be terrible too.
It's
Or terrifying
terrifying.
because you're the only person doing it. It's no one else to draw attention. It's not a production. It's not a story. It's you tell. all the attention's on you, but also
first time I
be able
went
to
up.
face that is a big point of growth, you know?
The first
What
time
do
I
you
went
call
up
a
was
female in
front
outer
of,
space?
in front of 4 other
Astronaut.
comedians.
You do it in front of 4 other comedians?
That was when I did it. The first time I ever did comedy was at Cafe Hey, and there was 4 other comedians that was sitting there, and like nobody else. So I was doing that, and they were.
I would actually feel
and
better about that than doing it in front
kinda
of
did,
like
but I
a
was
big crowd
it
of
was
like
worse
drunk
because
people.
they were looking at me, they were talking to me, and they were like, "Yeah, that's a good premise. Yeah, that's funny." And like that's how they're looking at it because they're fucking comedians already. So
You know
like,
what I'm thinking
yeah.
I was
of
just
doing?
like, wow.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's what I said. I said that the last part of that was I was like, wow, like this is intense. And then I got pulled off of the fucking stage for having too offensive of a joke. It was some joke about Caitlyn Jenner when it was relevant.
Are you serious? They kicked
it
you
was
off
at-
stage for
it-
that?
It was at Sacred Grounds.
What?
Sacred
What is
Grounds.
What the fuck are you gonna do that in sacred ground for?
Because I didn't know.
What is sacred
Okay.
ground?
I didn't know.
It's
It was. I just was looking. I
my
went to an
sister
open mic
called
night
it
there.
A pseudo intellectual gay and lesbian bar.
No wonder. Okay.
Yeah, so I
Either
like,
way, though,
but
that's still fucked up that they would do
The problem
that.
is the joke worked and people laughed.
That's why
the
they kicked you
manager.
off.
The manager was a
Where were
fucking.
you at?
I was at Sacred Grounds.
Which one?
Over on Bush.
That's the same one I went
Yeah.
to.
So fucking they were fucking the manager was like trans or some shit, or not trans, like, but like lesbian, and did like was super about fucking trans shit. And
No,
they-
she was trying to prove that she was better than you, and
Yeah,
that's kind of what it comes
absolutely.
down to.
And
And
it
the fact
just-
that you
it
probably
was-
got a joke, like it was like a joke that actually landed, it made it so
landed.
much
It was
worse.
one of the
If it didn't
first
land, she wouldn't have cared.
things- It was one of the first things I ever said that got a good comeback.
It's wild how that is. People hate on the success; they don't care
They
about the
do.
failure.
They
That's
really do, man. That's fucking crazy.
and that's my thing. Is like comedy is a kind of genuine thing. When people are actually laughing at it, that's true. They're not gonna just
Oh, yeah.
fake laugh at it.
For sure.
You know
You
what I
got-
mean?
if
It's
you
because
can't
they
help
found,
it.
they found a kernel of truth that they found funny. You know, and like,
For
that's
sure.
a profound thing. And to take that away from someone, say they don't have the right to hear that joke because it's offensive to someone who's not even there or the one
Or-
person. It's like
yeah,
it's like
like,
fuck your
fuck you
feelings.
and get out
Fuck
of my
your
face.
feelings. That's not what it's about. Everyone has the right to say their fucking piece. That's what like comedy has always been up in stand up. Is like
Go
when you're
fuck
on that
your mother.
stage, you can say
So you
whatever
don't
the
like
fuck you
Barry
want.
Manilow?
Barry Manilow.
Why did? What the fuck does that?
Whoa,
stand-up comedy?
feeling, because he said fuck your feelings.
And then
I'm
I was
just
also
saying.
saying he was like, I was trying to lean on, and I was like, you need somebody to lean on, but he didn't get it. Because we all need somebody to lean
All right,
on.
that's cool. That's cool. I was thinking about when I do my comedy thing is I was gonna make it a big deal like I'm selling flowers, but I really am gonna bitch come over here get some money. What's up, girl?
Right. It's
No, when I did my comedy at the Improv, the bouncer made a big deal about it. Man, I wanted him to, but he got like, man, he was watching me and following me around because I went in there with my flowers as a prop. And then he made me keep them by the door. And then when they called me to go up, I was able to get my flowers, which made it even more funny because I told him, I said, man, I don't got no jokes or nothing. I came in here to sell flowers, and you see what the motherfucker got to go to. Then they're laughing. And then I threw out there, buy the pretty man a flower. They're cracking up. This shit was funny. But I was thinking about, pulling out my little credit card thing and saying, I'm serious about this. So if anybody, while I'm talking, I will, whatever. And then I think it would be funny if somebody actually came up and bought a flower.
I think that would be great.
While I was doing, because then I think other people would get up. So then I'm making a little money while I'm doing it. And then that would open up my inhibitions a little bit more where like, how I get when I get on the roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, yes. You're fired. So I have a question about the
You're
shrimp.
fucking.
The shrimp cocktail you got on the table
Shotgun.
here. By the way, everyone, Sanman did some classy shit and just brought a fucking
Yes, he did,
shrimp platter
ladies and
from
gentlemen.
Publix, too. This
yes,
ain't no
he did.
Walmart shit. These are
I-
Publix shrimp,
I
man.
think they're still frozen.
Shrimp from Publix.
But if
That's
you
where they
wanna-
were raised.
if you were breaking
Born.
it, break it out.
No, I
That's where they
just wanted to ask, have
raised
you ever
and
eaten a
born.
shrimp with the poop line in it? You know the poop line.
Yeah, I've seen.
My
that.
thing is, I think for years I never ate shrimp, and it was because I didn't know there was a poop line. Because like you don't know that unless you know about seafood and shit.
Well, I've always known.
Well, this is how I figured out about it. I bit into it, and I see like there's a black spot, so I pull it, and it's like a line. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I like, go down the back, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, that better not be what I think it is. And I like look it up, and I'm like, that's a shit line. I've been eating shit this entire time. Although I'm sure there are some cultures
No,
that
you're
that's like a
supposed
delicacy.
to actually what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to fucking not even. That's
Cut
not,
the back of
the
his
fact.
fucking-
The fact that somebody you got that somewhere is fucked up.
That is fucked up.
The fact that
That's a good point, actually.
the fact that somebody served that to you is terrible because a whole part of preparing shrimp is to fucking take out the shit line of the shrimp. So like, it's the
I think
easiest thing
it
to
might
do.
have been at
You
a-
could do it with a fucking fingernail.
Hold on, I think
It's
no, I think it was at like an Asian place where they give the entire shrimp, like the head, the legs, the tail. They give like everything. They'll cook it, but they don't take shit off. Like
I like
sometimes,
sashimi a lot. Like
yeah,
tuna sashimi.
Oh yeah, all that shit's good. And like Japanese style, just like cut fish, a little
But
bit
it
of soy
is-
sauce.
It is kind of a toss of the dice every time you eat some raw.
How about sandwiches?
I don't know. I don't think when it's done right. Like I've never had a bad experience on sushi. The shit
Me
I've had-
either. But
honestly,
I used
I've
to
never
watch this show called Monsters Inside Me that used to scare the shit out of me.
Oh, I know. Don't ever watch that. Don't. I've seen that too. It's terrible.
I was like 12 years old.
What
No, as
show?
you're saying.
But hold on, no. I feel like the poop line could be considered like a delicacy in some cultures. You know, they're peeling a bunch of shrimp, they take out the poop line, but they make it into a sauce or some shit. I could
Right.
totally see that. I could 100% see it. 'Cause
sure.
That's some funky shit, literally.
Like caviar.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, why are you eating these salty ass eggs? Like, they don't even taste
Yeah.
like real eggs. They taste like fucking salt balls.
I
Like,
know caviar is some nasty.
it's overrated.
I
Like,
don't
I can see the
understand that
use of
shit.
it, like a tiny little bit, to literally just to add like a salty, fishy taste to something already. But
Yeah,
like, when
yeah.
people go crazy over caviar, there's a food show that I used to watch. I forget what it was called. I liked it. Yeah, it's still recording if you're wondering.
I can't see shit. I need
Luckily, I got my
glasses.
glasses on. Yeah, it's still going. But there was a show I watched, and they would visit. It was actually a really good premise. It was what has the best value. They would go to get the same food, but they would get it at a cheap place, a medium place, and then an expensive, fancy ass place. And so you'd be like, "We're
I've
going for."
seen that before.
Yeah, it's like I forget what it might have been on Hulu or Amazon or something. I think it was on Hulu, but it was a really good show. Except by the end of the second season, the guy had become addicted to both truffles, gold, and caviar. Like there's one of the two guys, like literally, because
Christ.
there was like a thing. All the fancy places they went to, that's how they made it. Like let's say $100 taco or a $200 taco. It's like, all right, we're gonna put shaved truffle on it. We're gonna put lobster. We're gonna put caviar. We're gonna put. And it's just like, and then then we're gonna put gold leaf, and that was the thing. Those were like three things: were truffle, caviar, and gold leaf. In every fancy restaurant, like David Chang was one of the fancy restaurants. He was one of his restaurants in New York.
Who's that?
David Chang is I can't stand him, but he's a famous chef. He's a famous chef, and his personality just really annoys me, bro. Like he's just like one of these dudes who's woke is like, no, bro, you're just kind of like. I don't know, man. Like, I want you to get your own opinion of him. I'm not gonna say any more shit about David Chang, but I'll just put it this way: I don't like David Chang. I think
You
he's.
say he acts like he was what?
I stopped. I was like, no. I'm,
Oh, you
No,
can. It's not gonna make
no,
me
you
form
said-
an
I
opinion.
know. I'm. What?
You said you act like he acts like he's woke, but he's not. That's what I thought I
Well,
heard.
there's a little bit of that going on, but it goes more like he's way too like personal, and it just doesn't like. He's just like, wow, everything is awesome all the time, 100%. I'm just like. His energy is just like a weird energy that
Forced
I don't vibe with.
positivity?
It's no, I'm not saying that it's forced. I'm just saying it seems like, and maybe it's just me being a bitter dude. but
Disingenuous positivity.
I don't, and that's my thing is I don't even think it's disingenuous. It's just like I think something's with his brain that he's always like up. Wow, awesome! It's like he's always smoking crack. Like straight up, it's like he's always on crack.
I know a few
That's what
people
it's
like
like
that.
in that sense. That he's like
He might
he's like,
be.
wow, this is awesome. This is
fucking might
amazing.
be.
Like it's just like, dude, take it down a notch.
I
Bro,
got you. Like what's
fuck.
his name? Richard Simmons used to be.
Yeah,
Dude, seriously, yeah, he's basically like Richard Simmons, but hey, I know you're talking about the gay dude with like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shorts. Although Richard Simmons was killing it because he was doing a workout video. That makes more sense. You know what I mean? But
I got you.
he like I'll put it this way, like he went to a fancy sushi place in Japan, and like after he got a thing, he's like, I want to go back there and hug the chef, and it was just really weird and awkward, and the chef didn't know what was going. He's like,
right.
well, I don't know, it was just like, dude, get out of here, bro.
Now we're talking about truffles. I just recently learned what a truffle was.
Okay.
But I heard people talk about butter truffles, I think it is.
Truffle butter, possibly.
yeah,
Truffle. 'Cause
truffle.
there's, like truffle oil exists, and that's like white truffle oil, black truffle oil. Those are the main things. And some people might flavor butters and herb them, so you put that. It's like a fancy butter spread on a bread, you know.
This was more like a Maniki, whatever her name
Nicki
is.
Minaj.
Yeah, one of those truffle butters. I don't think that's what.
That's what you're thinking of.
I mean, I heard it. I don't know what that is.
He's a pig and he wants to sniff out her truffles.
I don't know what a truffle is.
You just said you knew what
A truffle,
I thought you
like
just found out.
You really don't know what a truffle is?
Okay, it's
No,
like a mushroom.
I really no. I'm talking about the truffle butter.
Man, fuck your truffle butter.
I've never heard of truffle butter.
I heard truffle oil. That's what I said.
It's something nasty.
Truffle butter?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Is that like nut?
It's like some fucking dick cheese or something, isn't it?
I don't know.
No.
If I knew,
That's called for
All right, I'm gonna look
Monday.
it up. Fuck this. This is getting tedious.
I just don't know. I want to know. I mean, on this show, I actually learned. I mean,
Truffle
No,
butter is
you
a
can
song
ask
by
whatever
Nicki
you want.
Minaj. Sexual slang for secretions left on a woman after anal, then vaginal sex.
Oh,
Oh
so
my-
it's from ass to mouth.
No. I don't think
Oh
that's.
no, it's
No, I think what he's talking about is they fuck her in the ass and they fuck her in the pussy, and then it meets on the taint, and there's like it kind of like when if she were standing, it would all like meet at one spot and then it solidifies, and I think that's what
butter.
we're talking about
oh
solidified.
yeah.
That's
if you
gross,
don't clean
dude.
up,
Oh, eating truffle butter, yeah. So you would.
so you would lick the cum out of her pussy or off her taint.
I'm not excluding that. I'm just saying, dude. You say that we bring up some nasty shit. Fuck your truffle butter.
No, I didn't know what it was. When you said truffle, I just thought I would. Oh my god, that's it.
Truffle
All right,
butter.
But anyway, with that fucking show I was talking about,
no.
fucking yeah. So one of the guys, basically, he always votes for the fancy restaurant at the end because they give him like a fuck ton of caviar on like gold leaf with like truffles on it, and make like one other ingredient, and be like, "That is it. This is the peak." You're like, "Man, I gotta tell you, I think that was the best." And everyone's like, "Dude, you just like are addicted to that shit now. Like you just want to eat truffles and gold all the time. You rich fuck."
Fucking Sandman
I
over
did
here
someone-
talking about ass cum.
Dude, eating ass cum.
If someone wants to donate to our place, where do they go? Where's the Venmo account?
Oh shit, yeah, that's true, folks.
There
We
is a
do.
Venmo, ladies
I am
and
glad that
gentlemen.
you brought that up. We do have a Venmo account.
If you would like to donate to the
Hold on, let me look it up.
YborKnuckleHeads,
Sorry, it's.
You can Venmo us.
I just made this yesterday.
Yee-hoo.
All right, so hold on. View profile. What do we got here? Okay, so do they use the @ to send us money, or is it? Because like we're on there as YborKnuckleHeads, but our
Okay.
@ is YKH podcast.
YK.
Like
Everybody in the world, if you would like to help us out with this podcast or anything in general, you can Venmo us at YKH Podcast.
Yes, you can.
That's what I'm
Thank
talking
you.
about.
And I think that's a good time to bring up our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you in part by two people. One is Sandgear. Have no fear. Sandgear is here. It's the hottest thing this year. And
No
everybody's...
need for jewels. Sandgear will keep you cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I couldn't have put that together better myself.
And
We
then
got you, bro.
a second sponsor. Simply just because they're related to me. Fish Creek Soap Works, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you can find that on the internet, but I'll
Fish
find
Creek
out
Soap
for
Works.
you. And there will be a link to where you can buy my family's soaps and lotions and other such things that keep you good.
Use it on your body.
Use it on your balls.
What? Uh-oh.
Just don't put the soap up your butthole. I mean,
Don't do that with any soap.
Well, I mean, just in case they didn't,
if
they
you-
didn't know, you can't do that with the soap. You can't put it up your butthole.
I'm going to tell you, soap can be used as a laxative on a baby.
They a tiny piece they eat.
No, they just take a little slither and put it up there, and a few seconds.
I mean, I
later-
believe it. It's kind of like an enema.
Yeah,
Although
few
I know, I
think
the same thing works with eating it though too. Like if you were to have it, like let's say drink a little bit of soap, it would like fuck up your insides in the sense that like you wouldn't die or anything. Like a
Yeah.
little bit, like, it wouldn't kill you, but like
wouldn't wanna do
you'd have the shits. Like
Bro, I
really
used to
bad.
fucking like sit in the shower when I was like 8 years old and like eat shampoo. Cause
Shampoo's a whole different story. We're
I
talking
thought,
about soap.
I thought
I used to eat Vaseline.
that's
Oh god, damn! Doing the old Elton John trick, lubing up your throat. I mean,
No, I don't know. I just used to like it. And raw hot dogs.
no Vaseline.
I
Hey, raw hot
understand.
dogs aren't raw though. They're just they're
They're-
not raw. They're just
they're not.
yeah. You can eat those.
They're uncooked.
It's just
I
gross.
used to eat them. Yeah. It's
Hey, dude,
gross.
I will tell you, like, this isn't gross though, for some people.
That's why I
it is.
used to have so many pimples when I was a kid. I used to fucking lay a piece of bologna on my face and go. Fucking
Do
just-
what?
yeah, I used to just lay a piece of bologna over my face like this and then suck it into
I
my
wish I had some
mouth.
bologna to give you right now.
I w-
That's all I can say.
What were you saying?
Shit. Hold on. What were you saying? Fuck. YKH podcast.
No, right what you were saying before I
Oh
said
yeah.
the bologna
Okay, now I
thing.
remember. Baked beans from a can. I used to just open up a can and just start eating beans.
That's totally.
I was going to say I didn't think it was that weird because also like that's good music festival food. My dad like, he kind of taught me not to do that, but he used to tell me when he used to go to music festivals, he used to go like he wasn't a hippie, but he used to go to hippie festivals because it was fun, and like the early '70s and shit.
Okay.
And he went to one. Guys, get coming for a second. Let's-
Pops was trying to get laid. That's all.
Yeah, probably he was like 20. But anyway, he took baked beans and he would take those little mini cans. You know, they sell like the tiny little ones.
Yeah.
And he would just bring a fuck ton of those and he'd wear like a trench coat. So he'd have a trench coat And he'd have cans of beans, different sizes. He'd eat beans, and because you want to stay at the front the whole time. He's like, if you're getting out of that crowd, you ain't getting back to where you were. Period.
Exactly.
You
Get
know,
hungry
some
in
of
the
those
pit.
places didn't have really any concessions like that. So what he would do is also, if you found like a beer can or something, he'd put it under the trench coat, pee in it, fucking just put it down at the thing. So he's like, he didn't have to leave. No one would see him doing it. He had the coat on. Then he'd just be eating beans with a spoon, like whenever he's hungry, so he could stay at the fucking
front.
If he wanted to, he could stay there for as long as he wanted. He was prepared, you know.
Yeah, that's fucking not a bad idea. Really.
He was a festival goer. He was a wook before. No, he was never a wook. But he was not a wook. My father is not a wook.
What is a wook?
A wook is just another word for a hippie that does a lot of K nowadays. That's like the most simplified one sentence way to say it. It's basically a hippie that focuses on the drugs, and they don't have shit to give half the time.
Much, yeah.
Half the time they don't have shit to give, but they'll do all your drugs.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's a
like,
call.
What's up,
and
man? They just bump around. It's like that girl that's never sober, but they bump around.
I think I can get my mom to Venmo me $10.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm just thinking about wooks, and I'm just like getting a little bit of like Vietnam flashbacks. That was the chopper right there for me, you know.
I remember this one cat. We made them do some dumps. They were a whole bunch of whatever. It was two of them. They used to come to my house to eat. Every time we did a barbecue, every time we did whatever, they'd be right there. So we made them dress up. We had a keg party and made them dress up like what is it, toga. That shit was
toga,
so they showed up like two Egyptians. That shit was funny as fuck. They had their little outfits hooked up.
Speaking of some crazy shit, I've been wanting to go for years, but like my interest has been recently rekindled to go to Burning Man. Like
I've been wanting.
Hey
to go
man, that sounds like some clan shit.
It's not burning black man. It's just burning wood man. It's a wood.
It's a big ass wooden statue, and there's a whole bunch of different wooden things they make every year, right?
Not only wood, some of it they make. What they do is I'll describe.
They build it all and they burn it down at the end.
They build a city that about 80,000 people go to in Nevada. It's called the Black Rock Desert. It's on where a lake used to be, so it's one of the flattest places in the world. There's no sand. It's all like alkalite or something.
Yeah.
Because it was like the bottom of a lake. It was not sand, but it gets everywhere, so you have to bring dust masks. But basically, it's a week-long festival, and people get there, and the first couple days, you're spending time assembling your city, and there's like little subsections. I'll show you how it's laid out. It's laid out in a semicircle pattern, and there's avenues, and they use time for the avenues. So if you're trying to figure out where you are, if you're like looking down on it like it's a clock or something like that, like this is kind of how it's laid out. And then there's a bunch of little roads going through here that go like this. And then in the center, it's called the Playa. And that's where they have art installations. There's over 300 structures that they build that they all burn at the end. Not at the end of the week. They start burning middle through the week. Some of them they start burning early. So throughout it, there's people burning these art installations that are made specifically for Burning Man. And it's some of the most incredible art you've ever seen. Like honestly, this is the one festival that there's something real there. And the sense of community is there's no money. Everything is free. But the only thing you can pay for is ice and coffee. That's all they sell. So, but you can open up your own bar, which is what we do. You have to contribute to your camp in a way. So yeah, on these big avenues, it takes over an hour to bike over this. It's gigantic. I'm telling you.
You got a bike?
You can, or you can bring an RV. Some vehicles are allowed on the campgrounds, but they have to look. I have to show you a video, man. But we don't have to do that now. But people create these crazy mutant vehicles that look nothing like a car, but they're like dancing. They're big like platforms people are dancing on. Anyone can ride on them as long as you catch one. You guys say, "Yo," you can get on someone's shit and ride across the campground, and they're just wild. Like, I'll show you some of these mutant vehicles. But the whole idea of Burning Man is a sense of community that you don't pay for anything.
Burning Man is not a movie. No. It's actually an event.
It is a week-long event. It's been happening
right?
since '86. It's been happening, I think, in the desert since like '89.
That the Knuckleheads go to this event.
If we go to this event, we have to save a lot of money just because it costs a lot to get out there.
A lot of money,
but it's a once in a life. It's an experience you really can't get anywhere else.
What's a lot of money? $5,000.
You could easily spend that much, but I think you could spend less. I'll put it that way. I think you could definitely spend less. But at the same time, like, you could also promote yourself in a certain way. You wouldn't be making money there, but you could promote yourself in a way that you've networked across the country, and you might have places to speak in every city, and maybe even across the world or some shit. You know, like, let me show you. Okay, just a couple like things about this.
The YborKnuckleHeads Roadshow.
You ever seen in the back of those magazines how to make $1 million? Send me $5. You never seen that?
No.
If you ever,
I don't think I've ever read a
Look at that.
magazine. From
That's a
start to
vehicle.
finish.
That's a car that is allowed to drive around. And it shoots fire. There's a bunch of propane tanks.
Oh, holy shit!
No,
Yeah.
dude, I'm telling you, this is serious art. This
There's
isn't.
some real shit going
This
on.
this
there,
stuff
man.
like isn't a joke. What they're using doesn't look like they're not letting you drive an F-150 around there.
What's the Evelyn 50?
That's an F-150, like a
F-150.
truck. You know what I'm saying? You can't just drive a truck or like your Fiesta or some shit out
You can't
there.
drive it.
No, I've
You
seen,
can drive it to
dude,
there.
I've
and
looked a
park in
lot
your
of shit up.
campsite. That's totally cool, but you just can't when you're walking around the grounds. You don't want to see any cars. Like they cover up all brands for the most part.
So
that's-
if the three of us went, we'd need to get like let's say.
well, I'd go with
25
Steph too. I would get an RV. Basically, I'd say the first time, the best way to do it is the first time I would think is to get an RV. So you have a place like to actually have like a home base that's a little bit inside. The dust gets everywhere, but at least it's inside. You know, you got that going for you. You can set up tents outside of it. Instead of your outside living room, you're encouraged to do that. That's what like everybody does. So
Right.
it's absolutely cool. And then some people get there early and they bring in like shipping containers and like start assembling like bars and shit like that.
So can we make our
We
city?
can we would want to join because it's our first time a part of another city, but we could fill a niche in there. For instance, we could open up a bar. We could do the podcasting thing, although there's no internet, so we'd have to upload it. It does have its own post office though that comes that only is there for a week, like a little post office tent where you can send postcards and shit. And they have their own zip code.
Man, I bet
Out
it
in the
feels
middle
like
of the desert.
Fallout.
Well, there's
So
a lot of
no,
Mad Max inspired stuff, so yeah.
we could build our city out of weed, and then when we burn it,
I mean, if you want to bring that much, then like yes.
we built this city.
We built
On
this
rock
city.
and weed.
Nice.
That would be cool.
Right.
Now you got to help me make another
That's what I'm saying. Like
commercial
people,
for Sand Gear.
just like there's so many themes, so many things. There's over 1,000 bars in Black Rock City, for instance. And then like there's like everyone just has like this cool little role. It's like you become a part of the society for a week, and they burn everything down, and you watch as everything gets burnt down at the end. Then you leave, and people consider that the people who they're called burners, people who go to this thing regularly. And they consider that their New Year. They make their resolutions, they do their things, and they consider it New Year until they meet at that very same spot on the playa the next year with all the people they shared that experience with the year
so
before.
I could rent a semi.
You could,
Fill it full of Black Panthers.
like the people or like the animal.
If you hadn't got looked stubbed, I was gonna make up some crazy shit. But I meant like the group of Black Panthers where you mess it up.
Well, like this Black Rock City is just incredible. Like, and it only happens there, you know. And,
That's
and
beautiful.
everyone dresses up. Like, I'll put it this way: very few people just go around like the regular shit. Everyone kind of does like this weird desert Mad Maxy steampunk kind of like fantasy vibes. Some people will go around naked. Look how big this is. So that's the center of the playa, and like you can see that's like a little car or something, and that's not even showing the whole thing. That's like one little section because you see like it's absolutely gigantic. It's miles across.
So if you seen one of them little fluffies running around, you can snatch that motherfucker in your tent and get a little
A fluffy? Oh God! You talking about furry?
What did you call him?
A furry.
A furry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I could
it's
go for a
absolute
cat
next
girl.
level.
I'm saying, especially if she
As
was
long as
a
it's
little
consensual.
tiny.
Well, yeah, you can't
You
just
can't
snatch
just,
them up.
rape people.
But there
Sanman.
is an orgy tent. I want to go to that.
There is. Oh, I was just funny. I was watching a documentary last night, and one of the things said free blowjobs, inquire within. Like, no, that's the thing. Like, and also they have really good DJs. Like, what happens at night? There's a stage called Mayan Warrior.
How does the DJ get paid?
They just do it for fun.
Why would they get paid?
I don't know.
They don't pay them. Yeah, it's just like exposure, and they do it for the experience. Like this guy, one of my favorite, like I've shown him to you, Jan Blomkist or whatever.
Yeah.
He did Burning Man at the Mayan stage, and I could tell he was tripping his face off. He was just having a good time.
How could you tell?
By like some of the hand motions he was making, just like by his eyes, like just a smile on his face, you can tell.
Okay.
You can tell sometimes. At least like, I
absolutely
can.
tell.
I can tell.
I can tell as well.
I can tell.
I'm
Not
tripping
always,
now.
but
Can you tell me?
what's up?
I'm tripping now. Can you look at me?
You're
and
not
tell?
You ain't tripping.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm gonna turn this down, but I just want to show you the stage real quick.
Sounds like a big ass bliss fest.
All right, so that's the stage, and that's moving too. That's a car that moves around, so it moves around through the desert, and you just hear sound. And also, one thing about this place is it has sandstorms. It's one of the most extreme. It goes from like hot to cold really quickly, and there's sandstorms going on all the time, and where visibility is no more than 5 meters, 15 feet in front of you. And that'll like happen for 10 minutes. You'll be like, what the fuck? And then some new shit will be there, and you'll be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this. Now, while we're talking about this, can we put this video on our podcast so that our viewers can see what we're talking
I think
about?
that
I can do
I think
that,
that
yeah.
could be useful, even just a little clip. Yeah, and then,
At some point, we should just get a TV. We should just get, or like
we can do that. I have a small
monitor
TV. Yeah,
that we
like,
can fucking just hook.
I have a small TV
this.
that we should just put there. Honestly, we could totally do that.
And then what happens with the small TV there?
We put everything we're talking about. We fucking search for things on the fucking.
So while we're talking,
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
so
We
that
pull it
these
up.
people can fucking see what we're doing.
Even if it's not a big screen, it's enough. Like they could see kind of what's going on. But so that's the guy I'm talking about. I'll turn it
No,
up a
we
little
know.
bit.
so that's
But that's in the desert, as you see. But you'll see how in a couple minutes.
it used
like
to
the
be
sandstorm
mostly
will come up.
Caucasians, but now it's mixed with everybody.
It's mixed with everybody, but there's still a lot of Caucasians because it's only the festival's only 30 years, so some of the original people that are going are still going. That's the thing. Is like people who have been going to this, it's like a lifelong thing for them. Like, and they spend all year looking forward to Burning Man. Like that's their thing.
And I thought y'all was talking about a fucking
And there's
movie.
there's naked people walking around and shit too. Like you can
Just
do
walk
that.
around
No one's
butt-ass
no one's
naked.
no one's gonna fuck with you. Period.
Nobody will fuck with
I
No
you.
one
wanna-
will fuck with you.
I want to walk around butt naked to be fucked with.
Well,
Well-
if you like,
You should
Put-
write on your
put-
chest,
put
fuck with me then,
something
like
like-
Sharpie.
I don't want that kind of fucking wit.
well, you could do it if you want. You can do whatever you want. It's free, whatever you want.
I'm trying to show you when this camera changes. Like
So they have absolute zero police or something there.
They have some police, but they they have like park rangers. That's what it is. They have park rangers, most of who are like totally cool. They're cool with everything there.
Well, like you
you
said-
can smoke weed. They're not gonna fuck with you. It's
Like-
about the thing is they're not. They're about when you go in there. They want the desert to look like we've never been there. So you have to pick up all your trash. There is no trash cans except for one at the very front of the camp, which is miles away, and they charge $15 a bag to throw away trash. So you have to keep all your trash, and at the end take it with you. The whole idea is you take everything with you. They're like they don't want
Why
you
we
to.
can't burn our trash?
You could.
All right, let me ask you this.
No, straight up. As long as you burn it, burning is okay. All forms of burning are cool there. So like, you can burn your trash.
You said
People might not like it, but you can fucking do it.
you said that I couldn't snatch up a fluffy,
Furry.
a furry.
I like that.
Because
I like
that's
fluffy
rape,
better.
and that's that.
You can't just
Well,
like.
no, my point is that you said everything is free, but I'm just trying to.
You
Wait,
know,
the
right?
people,
I'm
you have
trying
to
to-
have consent.
I'm trying to understand that there is some form
There's
of law and
yeah,
order.
human to
Okay.
human respect.
Dude, no, there is like a council. Like if you wrong somebody, they have their own justice system. Straight up, like they can't send you to no federal prison, but they could do some shit. They could like vote you out. They could do all sorts of shit. But basically, yeah, like they'll take you on trial if they think you raped somebody. They will, and there are some cops there. There's
That
not a lot.
sounds so
you can't.
awful.
You what?
If you rape somebody,
But then don't rape anybody.
Well, right.
Like
You
it's
said-
not that hard.
That's my point. It sounds so awful. You rape somebody. That's awful.
Yeah,
Don't-
but you gotta have
don't do
consent.
it.
Yeah,
Don't
don't do it.
Don't
yes,
ever rape any people.
That's the point.
All you people, don't ever rape any people.
If you didn't know that,
Yeah, just in case you didn't know.
all right.
There's
But
some people who don't.
No means
look
no.
at some of these vehicles. It's about to change. The camera's about to change here, but look at some of these mutant vehicles right here. There's like a little ship that looks back there, and like they just pull up to the concert basically because there's like this is on the playa, so there's like a bunch of like concerts going on. There's big art installations. People just walking around doing some trippy shit. And then they can just roll up into the crowd with like a big dance platform, and they can roll away if they want. Like
Have it
So
crashed.
I could have my skateboard hooked up and just.
a lot of people take electric skateboards or like those one wheel things. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like you know those
Yeah,
big wheel in the
yeah,
center
yeah.
kind of things. Like
Yeah.
people are using those now. That would be a
So-
good method.
Why does this fucking thing smell like pumpkin?
What is
spice?
what?
This thing right here. It smells like some sort of pumpkin pie.
I
Pumpkin pie.
I don't know.
No, somebody inquiring minds want to know, dog. It was left here for the last week. Smells like pumpkin pie this week. What's up? What's
What
up?
happened
pumpkin?
with it?
Yeah, what happened with it, pumpkin?
Don't call me pumpkin, boo.
I did not call you pumpkin. I said pumpkin.
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 Don't call me pumpkin either. Which one is it, punk? Feeling lucky.
That's funny.
But yeah, I do want to. I think that would be a super cool
That would be
experience.
great. I would
And, like,
enjoy that.
My thing is, I feel like after watching so much footage of it, you can't get enough because the experience are so different. Like, like they build just absolutely wild pieces of architecture and buildings.
unfucking
Okay,
believable shit.
I don't gotta build shit. I just want to go and.
You can do your camp and like put up like a tarp or something, and then put out your couch and like do shit like that. Then that's fine. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to build. Like
I
they're
don't
not.
wanna-
No one's gonna put you to work doing builds.
I don't want to participate.
But
I just
no,
want to chill.
you gotta participate because, for instance,
Well,
you'll be going into
you
a
could
bar and
be
you're
like-
not paying for it. You just ask for a fucking drink and people pour it. There'll be people giving out free weed. I'm sure you get free drugs there and shit like that too. That's how some people like participate. Is they're giving out acid or something
So
like
I have
that.
to participate.
So you can
You have to
bring
do something
flowers.
like, for instance, like what me and Steph would do is we'd bring some, yes, even flowers. If you had flowers and you had a way to keep them alive and you gave people flowers, people go crazy. Some people have fresh fruit and they cut up fresh fruit and like take a piece. Like you just gotta do something that's giving to other people. Like so you bring some shit people might need. If someone needs it, like I would bring a couple neti pots because like getting sand. It's some like you put the thing up your nose to like clear it out because I think a lot of people would get fucking sinus infections and shit just from being out there. Like you gotta wear a mask half the time and you gotta wear like big ass goggles so you don't get fucked over.
Yes, they would.
That sand will fuck you over. I don't know. Like my thing is like, it's not that hard. You just got to bring enough shit to share with people, and then they'll share. Everyone will bring enough of the right shit that you'll be able to get what you need.
I just want to be King Dingaling, and I want to share Dingaling.
You can be King. You can
run around selling flowers.
You can be free. You can put free dick on your your thing.
Yeah.
Although who knows? I mean, you might have to give it to everybody. I don't think you can discriminate at that point. You can't be like chicks only. I'll put it that way. Like,
why can't I be like that?
Why not? If he's not gay, why? Of course he fucking can.
Yeah.
Well, if you're out there saying free dick,
females inquire. Free dick for women.
I mean, you could try.
Well, see, then if I did that, I'd have to be slim. You know, I'd have to be like whatever. Cause
probably not.
I couldn't do that. I'm just being.
There's some people in the world.
I'm being stupid anyway.
But yeah, I definitely want to go to Burning Man.
You could.
I think that would be awesome.
It would be great.
All right, then. We going. When is it up? Let's do it.
I don't know when they usually. I don't know what month they usually
at Burning
do
Man. You go to Venmo. Why Knuckleheads? Why whatever? What is it?
Hey, you can fund our Burning Man. I won't say fund our Burning Man.
Venmo us. Help us get to Burning Man through YKH podcast.
Although the first thing we get will be another camera.
Yes.
Probably. It would be another camera or another pair of headphones or something something more simple.
And we will share our experience with you.
That's the thing. That's my thing. Why aren't you slaying wisdom?
What do you mean? Oh, hell yeah.
Jokes. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't have, not everything has to be material. There, like, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't have to be of monetary value.
You know how much fun I would have in a place like that.
I know you would. That's like, it's made for you. That's my thing. It's like,
the only thing
you have to turn off the business. It's not business.
Yeah,
it's personal. Like, but it is networking. And that's my thing. Is like, you can write down a book of everybody's numbers and all that and shit, and like they'll remember you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get back from it, maybe a week later after everyone's recovered, you start texting them and be like, "Hey, this is Sanman. Remember me?" Like,
no,
you can network with people.
We want them to watch the podcast, yo.
I'm sure they would.
We would have 1,000 guests.
If we went to Burning Man, we would have at least 1,000 subscribers.
Let's start promoting it.
We would.
For
sure. Because about 70 to 80,000 people go, and if we just talk to it, like it would happen. I'm not saying people would listen to it there, unless we had it on VHS or some shit. But like, people would.
Yeah. So
let's start the campaign. Find out when it is. How much would $3,000 take care of us?
Maybe one person.
Yeah, maybe one person.
You just told me I could do it for
less than 5,000.
For less than 5,000, just you.
Yeah. We don't know if it's happening. Oh, it is happening. Holy shit.
When?
August 22nd to September 2021. Holy shit. Let me see. Wow. I should have been on their website as the fucking source because they have principles. Okay, look. This is why I think the slinging dick thing and not giving it to guys wouldn't work. Radical inclusion. That's one of their principles.
That's radical inclusion.
Everybody's included. If you're a DJ, you're one of the attendees too. It doesn't matter. Like everybody's on the same level there.
I was kidding. Hypothetical situation.
Okay.
Oh, well, I would be. Then I mean, I'd be offering free dick for everybody that's pretty.
Because if I was.
All right. So hold on. So radical inclusion. Anyone may be part of Burning Man. We welcome and respect the stranger. No prerequisites exist for participation in our community. Gifting. Burning Man is devoted to acts of gift giving. The value of a gift is unconditional. Gifting does not contemplate a return or an exchange for something of equal value. Decommodification. In order to preserve the spirit of gifting, our community seeks to control social environments that are unmediated by commercial sponsorships, transactions, or advertising. We stand ready to protect our culture from such exploitation. We resist the substitution of consumption for participatory experience. Radical self-reliance. Burning Man encourages the individual to discover, exercise, and rely on their inner resources. That includes you gotta bring in a fuck ton of water. Because you're out in the fucking desert. Although they do have a payphone out there. They have a landline payphone. I don't know how they pulled that off.
So we can't bring our cell phones?
You get to bring your cell phone. So take pictures and like videos, write shit down, like charge. You know, people walk around with their cell phones, but you don't have any service.
You won't have any service out there.
You just won't have any service. So like you won't be able to like connect with people outside unless you want to send a postcard. Communal effort. It requires creative cooperation and collaboration. We strive to produce, promote, and protect social networks, public spaces, works of art, and methods of communication that support such interaction. Civic responsibility. Leaving no trace. Participation. Immediacy. What's that? We seek to overcome barriers that stand between us and a recognition of our inner selves, the reality of those around us, participation in society, and contact with a natural world exceeding human powers. No idea can substitute this experiencing. So just being there and not being on your cell phone and being a part of that community. It's like, that's one thing is, especially that's something I crave because it's so hard to get away from it. You know, even now you're on your phone, Sanman. It's like everyone's always on their phone in their own little world and shit. And whereas this, you're actually
you gotta
getting.
call me out like that, man.
I'm not calling
And
you out. I was just on my phone to
goodness
look at that. You know what I mean? So it's like we're all on the same level, and that's why it's nice. I think it'd be nice to get out there to be able to disconnect like that, to let your brain kind of revert to its natural state for like a little while.
You know what was really cool about what you said is like the first time I went to Africa, that was the hardest thing to. It was the hardest thing to slow down. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
You gotta go, gotta do this.
yeah, and it's like, gotta go where? You know, I mean, what's even in the same thing in Central America, they don't have all the, you know, it just ain't like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then once I slowed down, it was like, okay, I just was like, I don't care, dog. What's up?
Beautiful. I got that way during the pandemic.
Yep.
And hey, isn't that a good segue into fucking Palestine?
Oh God, we're going there.
So
Yeah.
well, it's happening. It's happening right now, man.
It's happening.
It's really.
I thought they had a
happening
ceasefire
right
a couple
now.
days ago.
They did?
They had a ceasefire.
Yeah, like 2 days ago, I think.
I
right?
didn't see that.
Hold on, let me check real quick. I mean, who knows? Both sides always break those ceasefires, but like, let me check.
Shit, man, I heard a herd of buffaloes ran through that bitch. Fucked everybody up.
Yeah, I mean, UN's giving aid to Gaza.
I mean, not
and
Buffalo.
The ceasefire is holding for now.
Not Buffalo.
Doesn't mean that shit's over, but it's a ceasefire.
It wasn't
Okay.
Buffalo that stampeded. It was emus.
Emus? Do emus live in Israel?
It
I
was
thought-
emus that fucking started all this
Hold on,
conflict.
I know about the Great Emu War.
No, the Balaban,
The Balaban.
not the Taliban. The Balaban bought in a shitload of emus, and they just ran through the shit crazy, and both sides was hungry, so they was catching emus, and they had like a big old feast. Not on the West Bank, but it was on the middle bank, not the East Bank, but the one right in the middle.
There's no East Bank.
There's hey, don't be telling me what's going on in
right,
Sandland, bitch. Anyway.
Oh, it's Sandland. I thought this was
Come on,
Israel.
tell
I thought we
me.
were still talking about Israel.
We
That's
were.
why-
We are. We're all. So anyway, why you fucked up a perfectly good story?
No, continue.
Continue
I am
stories.
fucking it up.
He
bro.
messed it
Continue.
up. I'm lost now.
No, but hold on. You had the emus, and both sides were hungry,
The
so they were catching
Balaban.
the emus. And what? We had a big old feast,
The Balaban.
and everything was good.
And everybody switched both sides, went to the Balaban, and then everything was cool. And now we're sitting there. I want to go over there and get some smoked emu.
I would fuck with some smoked emu.
Yeah.
I like any meat smoked though.
Yeah,
Straight up.
I heard that most turkey meat in America is emu.
Really?
That's what I heard. I have no proof to back it up. That's just gossip.
Well, I will say this.
Well,
like, it's kind of
the
weird.
fucking turkeys that you buy from the fucking store, not emus.
It's just weird. Like I never eat turkey. That's like one of my things. Even for Thanksgiving,
love
that'll be turkey. When okay, like sometimes it's okay, but I need other shit with it. Like I want turkey and bacon, and cheese. Like I like the smoke. That's when bacon's smoked. You know. It's like,
Smoked bacon.
Man, I love turkey.
Could you smoke bacon with cannabis?
I mean, if it was like well done, probably.
Wow, that's an awesome fucking idea.
To infuse it with that flavor. Yeah, you totally could.
Mm.
Wait, where's my lighter?
Could you smoke like a barbecue? You can barbecue smoke shit with cannabis.
Hey, listen,
You could. I don't know if it would give a good flavor though. You know what I mean?
listen.
It
I'm
gets you
gonna
fucked
get.
up. No, it wouldn't.
Nah.
I'm gonna get an Aquafina door sticker on my car.
Aquafina. Wait, was that serious? I thought that might have been spam.
No, I signed up for something, but
Wait, so
I'm
you can get $500 a month?
no a week.
A
You
week
get $500 a week for
for
that?
the rest of
I'm
your
snapping.
life.
No, you don't get it for. They got a 3-month program, a 6-month
Bro,
program.
I'll get on that. Fuck, I
Hell
don't give
yeah.
a fuck.
So I'm gonna do that, and when I do that,
$2,000 a month.
I don't have a car, so
so
Maybe they'll do it for your tank.
I don't have a driver's license.
A tank.
Tank.
Don't tell people about the tank.
Oh,
Tank
that's
is
funny.
gooch. Your perennium.
That's funny. See, you're using all these slangs that I got.
Perennium is like the medical term.
Perennium.
Well, I'm saying
Jesus
you started
Christ.
out.
Okay,
with-
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Hold on. I think, Sanman, you should have the first shrimp. I think it's time.
Well, I want to wash my.
Wait, you've
little-
already had some shrimp.
I want to wash my.
Get some shrimp.
How do my dad call them? My dick beaters.
Yeah,
First.
that must be a black thing because my bartending
should-
teacher, I've never heard anyone refer to it other than my bartending teacher named Pablo. You might know him at American Bartending School. But he used to say that he gave his mom a drink one time when he first started serving her, and he had his hands around the glass like this, around the rim, and he gave it to her like that. And she said, "Get your dick beaters off of my glass." And that's the only time I've ever heard anyone say dick beaters other than you just now.
Wow. That's funny. Well,
Yeah.
I've heard that my whole friggin' life. Dick beaters.
Dick
I
beaters.
haven't used that in fucking I don't know how long.
He hasn't used his dick beaters in a long time, folks.
I used my
He
dick
might be.
beaters
I think
earlier
he went to the
today.
bathroom, so he's about to use his dick beaters right now.
Yeah, he will.
I hope not. That would be uncomfortable.
Plus, I don't have to worry about that. At my age,
That was quick.
Did you just go piss?
No.
Oh, okay. You went to go wash your fucking hands.
Huh? These are my fucking hands. I can do what I want to with my hands, right?
Yeah,
These are my hands.
But
and
I was just making sure that you weren't jerking your gherkin.
Jerking your gherkin. I like
Listen, at my age, what can't get up, can't get out.
that. Is it a little loud? I don't know. I'm asking.
So I fucked up the first shrimp.
You did?
You fucked it up.
It's honestly, I touched on it. Like, it's too cold for me right now. You know what I
Really-
mean? Like
it
that
really
shit's
is.
icy. It's like I don't want like a shrimp flavored ice cube. Like I'm gonna wait another 10, 15, 20 minutes and like we'll be good.
This one feels like it's not that bad.
All right, good shit.
That was an ice cube.
So yeah,
Pay back some
we got-
motherfucking niggas.
I saw this stupid ass fucking photo on the internet today.
of what?
I said, stop eating shrimp, lobsters, and all this other shit because you're eating bugs.
Who cares?
Because it's just water bugs. I'm just like, but why would that make me stop eating it?
Dude, I'd eat real bugs. I don't give
Me
a shit.
too.
Like
The fuck?
crickets and shit. Like if I'm in
I've
China
eaten
and
that
they're
shit
cooking
before.
up some really good smelling crickets or something, I'm eating the fuck out of those. I don't care. Like people have been eating. That's a good source of protein, man.
Fucking
Like
A.
people can. I'm not like even like ants. I've eaten
I've
ants
eaten
before,
fucking
bro.
ants. It's
I've
great.
eaten ants. I'll admit that. And I gotta tell you, like they don't really taste like
I
anything.
stepped on the cord.
No.
It's good now.
But I don't know. Like that's a stupid thing. It's like, oh my god, they're gross. Like I get the
'Cause
one
they're
thing I do
bottom
get.
feeders.
Okay, the bottom feeder thing I do kind of get. You know, it's like you don't eat a fly because they eat dead shit. You know, and like rotten shit.
Yeah.
Like you won't want to eat a cockroach because those things are fucking gross.
You want to eat grub.
Grub has a lot of fucking fat and protein. That's some good shit.
You want to cook that motherfucker and eat it.
You want to hear a funny story about that grub?
Yeah.
Grub a dub a dub boy.
All right, I was a Boy Scout, and this is in Japan, and we're camping out, and I was with the good camp because of my dad's service.
What was your? You used to make a comic off of that, but an anime style comic about your childhood in Japan. Takumi-san.
That's funny. I used to watch all those cartoons.
Senpai.
That's funny.
That's what I'm talking about. That would be another good comic too.
But
The true
anyway,
st- oh, yeah.
this
Manga?
is so hilarious. I ended up teaming up with this guy. He was really a bad influence, and he gave me all the merit badge. He just gave them all to me. So
That's a horrible lesson to teach a kid.
Yeah,
it's
so
a horrible
I
lesson.
got all these badges for stuff. I mean, I wasn't stupid. I learned how to do a lot of the stuff. But
You
anyway,
do all that.
because of him, they had the when we went to camp, they friggin' I burned down the whole camp, and everybody got busted but me because I was like the only black kid, and it's really dark in the woods.
Oh
So
my God.
When the scoutmaster came by, he walked right by me. I saw him coming. I just did like that, and I felt that he walked by me. Then I ran back to my tent.
Do you mean you ran black to your tent?
Yeah.
You always do. I had to do that one.
So he ran black to his tent.
I ran black to my tent, and I went in there like I was sleeping. I was the only one that didn't get in trouble for that. And I remember they peed on the one kid, Stan Piernick. I'll never forget that. They tied him to the flagpole.
Wait, hold on. I had to refocus my attention there. He said they peed?
They
pissed on.
They peed on him and they tied him. And then the one dude, I think his name is Robert Kickerfor, I think was his name. They made him jump in some pee, and then they made the other guy drink some pee and tang, and they told him it was punani juice, and he lapped that up. I couldn't believe them white boys was crazy. But
white boy go crazy.
they was crazy. But I was the only one that did get in trouble. But the dude knew that I was involved, and then we went on the survival camp out. This shit was so funny. We went on the camp out, and then we went back. We woke up and we had to go find all these grubs and shit in the woods to eat for the rest of our people. And I don't know how I got on that crew, but when we came back to the other crew, the drill sergeant had marched all these little Boy Scouts, and they were stuck in the mud up to their friggin' knees because of that rain. And he's still trying to push these kids like they're little soldiers.
Damn.
So anyway, before we went, when we saw them all stuck in the mud, we went back and ate all the food. We were supposed to eat grubs and food this day, and then the next day we eat all the, we get our food. We ate all that food, so we had no backup because me and this cat ate it.
Damn.
So anyway, we didn't get in trouble for that because they had to fly helicopter food in there. All these little kids were stuck. That was crazy. They look like
You cause an international crisis.
It's crazy.
We have a bunch of Japanese campers, and American camper stuck in the woods.
No, we're all Boy Scouts. We're all.
You said Japan though.
Yeah, we're in Japan. The military base. We're all American Boy Scouts.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought that you had some local Japanese kids that want to do the Boy Scouts too. Shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was picturing. That would have been funnier.
You couldn't put that past me. But anyway, so we're all military or whatever, diplomats, whatever, children, right? So, and I don't know how I got put with this kid that he was just we ate all the food, and then I was the only one that got the merit badge for that particular thing was because we had to make a survival. We had to build a little hut, and this tree had fallen down across the pathway, and I just picked up a bunch of shit and laid it up, and it was big.
You made a lean-to.
It was like
You made a lean-to.
It was like as big as this room, and everybody wanted to be in my little thing. And then we had stole all the cake we had in our shit. That shit was cool as fuck. And then we went back the next day and act like or whatever. We didn't know what happened to the food. That shit was cool.
More people need to go outside, man. Myself
Fucking
included.
Yeah.
Myself included.
I grew up in the woods. My mom taught me how to make a fort out of just laying sticks together, and laying them over top of each other.
That's
how you
And
play, man. That's how kids were playing for
and
thousands and
yeah,
thousands
That's how
of
my
years.
mother made shit. See,
that's
I
the
feel
real
so
way for people to
fucking
play.
lucky. I know I've said it before on the podcast, but I just feel especially lucky.
You
'cause
had that childhood.
I had a childhood.
You said that.
Mine
me
ended
too.
early in that sense, at least with that kind of stuff. I stopped doing like really outdoorsy shit by the time I was like 10, 11.
Oh,
Then
fuck that.
I got into video games when I was 12, and hey, that was a wrap.
Hey, I got into video games when I was like
Man, we
12
played
years old.
outside
Still play
till we
basketball.
But hold on. During that time, I still lived in the woods, and we had airsoft. So we would always be doing combat shit in airsoft in the woods. Like
I only had one airsoft gun, and I shot myself with it to see how
my
bad
God.
it would hurt. That was a bad move.
We used to shoot each other with that shit all the time.
I shot myself at point blank.
What is
It
it?
was like
Yeah,
this electric
it
gun just
hurts.
like,
Fucking suck it up.
it went
What is
through
it?
my clothes. It fucking
Airsoft
like
guns.
laid in the fucking
Little pellet guns.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I don't know, man. I'm telling you, like literally, I put it right on my like inside my thigh, which is a terrible spot to shoot.
Yeah, why would you shoot it there?
Because
Why
it was the
wouldn't you
closest.
Shoot it like yours.
Because
Right
it was like a
But
rifle.
if you're ever in like a fucking match with somebody in airsoft, then you're not going to be getting hit in the
that was
inside
my
of
thing
the
is
thigh.
I lived in a fucking subdivision and there were no like nearby woods. There was no people to shoot.
Dude, you opened my door, the front door to my house, and it was the woods.
That wasn't the case.
I shot a
So the
BB in my
fucking-
hand and they had to cut it out.
We used
There was
to,
one other person I could shoot with an airsoft gun.
we used to
because he
have
had an
like
airsoft
teams
gun.
of 2, and like we had like 50 fucking
Actually,
acres
that's
at our
not-
disposal.
That's
in
not
the
true.
woods.
I remember me and my friend Chris. He had a shit ton of airsoft guns, and he made ghillie suits. His
Oh my God, we
he
did
had a,
all
he had
that.
a
Ghillie
marine.
suit.
You
We
know,
did
like
all
the
of
sniper
that.
thing. You look like Chewbacca, but it's
Okay.
like sticks and shit
I
in
got
it.
We used to do all
Sniper
that.
suits, yeah. Like he made. I remember I made one with him. We spent all day making a ghillie suit. We went out and we were just playing and sneaking around on the golf course at Carrollwood, in ghillie suits running around. Shit.
Way more fun than Call of Duty.
It was, and then
100 times more fun than Call of Duty.
And then fucking
God,
one of the guys who was watching it was coming up on us. Like we had to run away from like a golf cart because we think it was security or some shit. Because it was like way after everyone was like asleep.
We took it seriously too, man.
Yeah,
we fucking.
I used to do that.
No,
shit.
we had the guns we had were real airsoft guns. Like the
What
really.
is an airsoft gun?
Okay, it's like a BB gun, but instead of a metal BB, it's a plastic BB. They can be powered by either.
I know. What
And
you're
they
talking
make
about. I
and
got
they
you.
make exact
I got you.
metal
electric.
full gunmetal replicas.
I know
of the
exactly what
shit
you're talking
with
about.
the fucking mechanics and everything.
I
Yeah,
know
Sig,
exactly.
we had
Sig makes a
those.
nice line.
We had those.
Sig makes a line of airsoft guns that are.
I had
Yeah,
an MP5, bro.
Yeah, you get
Like-
MP5s like the Sig Rattler. You can get those for like $150. You can get the Sig P320 for like $60-$70.
We used to shoot pachinko balls.
I stopped doing that shit when I moved away from Michigan.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You ever heard of a pachinko ball?
No.
No.
It's a little game that they play where they do this and it's like ping. What's that game? What's got the little things? You touch the little buttons on the side. You touch the
Pinball?
Pinball. That's what
Pinball.
It is. Yeah, and you take it.
You
Pachinko?
described multiple balls, and then you went. So I was like, "What the fuck is happening here?" You could have been like, "You had plunger." You know, you should have done quarter, start, plunger.
Okay, I lost the.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry.
But a little
I didn't get that
pachinko
one.
ball is a little metal ball, a little bit smaller than a marble, and we used to shoot them. We used to use them in the wrist rockets, slingshots.
You would slingshot people with solid metal balls?
No. We targets and.
Oh,
yeah.
Because I was like, dude, if you hit
Okay.
someone that like eye with that, like or the
no,
head,
you
like
don't even have to hit them in the eye. That's going through you, buddy.
this shit's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, you don't want to
That's-
hit nobody with that.
Fucking buckshot.
Well, at least you guys know
That's a
that. The thing
slug.
is, there's a limit to how much pain you can cause your friend
Well, I
before it
told you-
starts to
That's a slug.
become
I told
unsafe.
you we were making bombs like when I was 12 years old.
I get it, kids. Isn't it weird how
I made
little
napalm.
boys, like young children, especially males, like to
No, I
make
didn't.
forts, like to play with guns and
Yeah.
weapons and set things on fire and explode things. And it's not even for any malicious reasons. We're more happy doing that than anything else.
Yeah.
Well, but like, is there
fun to
is that
break
because
shit.
like we have a culture of war?
It's
and we
because
have it, so as
no.
organisms we've developed that we always
It's-
have to be like the top, like the alpha.
Well,
You know
I think
something
it's
that-
for people
that's
like
very-
us specifically because we have ancestry in war, so we have that in
Everyone
our
does,
blood.
though.
Not
Yeah,
every,
everybody,
Yes, they do.
that's
Like
true.
I mean,
everyone does. As
some more than
humans,
others,
we all
though.
do.
But some of the
Like
more
I'm
than
saying, this
others.
goes back beyond like, oh, I'm
But
Irish.
what I'm
so I
saying
got
is
this
it's
or
more
this.
intense in
It
some
does.
people's brains than others.
I'm saying as a human, like as like
I
the way
wanna
we
co-
developed from Homo erectus to Homo sapien.
I'm
I
That's
talking
want
about
to compliment what
specifically
you said
us.
on the fact that I'm amazed that I just in the last year, people are like I don't want any flowers. I love what you're saying. Here's a $20 bill. But when you see me give little girls flowers, so when somebody walks by and I say, hey, with a little girl like a flower, this is something I just noticed like in the last year how a lot of the girls come over and they examine the flower. They go for like what a woman would do. And I was thinking, how would she know that how that is that instinctively that she just likes the flower, or is you understand the same
I know, I
thing?
get the idea behind it. If you see it happening, it's like there are certain things that are maybe specific to gender or whatever.
Exactly, like
That
what
there's
you
just
said.
certain traits, and that doesn't
Okay.
mean for every single person.
Oh,
but,
that
I mean,
one little
as
boy
a
said,
huge
"I want a
generalization.
flower
I mean,
too."
like-
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't apply to everybody, but there are generalizations. There is some value to be made from making generalizations because sometimes you get kind of a glimpse into human
Well,
like
I'm
the
just
human
thinking-
mind and how it works and like our
like
ancestry.
you said, some of the little boys naturally want to do that. Nowadays,
My
some of them
son-
want to wear a dress.
Dude, my son breaks
No.
shit. My son is 2 years old. Check it out. My son goes, ah, and he fucking makes the mad face and he slams shit and he's
Yeah.
not angry.
Yeah.
After that, he laughs.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like
He fucking, he's
cracks
just,
him- yeah.
I'm a barbarian.
I'm
a
arguing.
fucking
Yeah, I guess my
savage,
thing is
and so is
I'm
he.
arguing it's a biological. It's a biological.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
I'm
That's
I'm
pure
agreeing
and
with
simple.
you. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
It's not always that way, but it's generally
It just amazes
very,
me that how, like you said, boys and natural. Because I was thinking about my childhood, all the shit I
Well,
did.
Steph brought that up to me. She's like, they're all such like. My thing is, the way she phrased it, I didn't agree with. She was like, they're all mischievous and they're like troublemakers. But when I said it, which all the things I mentioned, it's like, damn, that sounds mischievous, except for maybe making the forts, But
Yeah.
it's like shooting each other with airsoft guns and
Yeah.
like
That's
setting
what
shit
we
on
did.
fire.
That was
It's
fun.
like My thing is this though. I feel like there's a way to do it mischievously and non-mischievously. Like, are you doing it because you're ruining someone else's shit?
We're doing it because it feels cool to fucking.
But you're doing it in a safe manner. It's like it's just fun to do.
No, there was no safety in
What?
what we did.
I'm not saying okay. Like
We are pretending that we are at war with each other in the woods.
you
We
wear
used
goggles.
to get close.
You don't wear goggles.
We wear sunglasses sometimes.
Did you say no headshots?
Yes.
Okay.
But
Did
we
people
still
try
did
to
it.
follow it at least? Did people like? I'm not saying were there any mistakes, but do people attempt to follow? Were people like good about not shooting you in the face?
Yeah. It was more like it was
So at
like
least-
3v3.
That's what I'm saying. So
ever.
there was some savings that there was
First
an
of all,
agreement. It
like,
wasn't just
it
like
wasn't
you
a
go up
lot
to
of
someone on the
people.
ground and just start shooting someone in the face 20 or 30 times.
I mean, if you fucking
Like-
got somebody in
No,
a
that's
position where
crazy.
it's time to execute them, then yeah.
I mean,
And
yeah.
we were kids. Bro.
Execute
We were
it.
trying to be, we were
You're
kids.
stupid.
We were trying to be realistic about it because we were fucking
Yeah, fair
like 12 and 13 years old. Yeah, bro. We used to
Okay,
fucking do
then
fucked up
if
shit.
you're trying to be realistic about it, how would you? It shows that it has to be instinctual because how would you know what the realistic thing is unless there's an inner part of you, a part of your ancestry, a primal part of you
Right.
that recognizes it as this is what's
Exactly.
authentic, even though you've never been in it, but you
Right.
can tell that it's real regardless.
Exactly.
And that's instinctual.
Exactly.
That's biological. That's what I'm saying.
For
If
sure.
There's some sort of prey drive or something.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
There is.
I was talking to this Navy SEAL guy one time, and he was way bigger than me,
Those are good.
and he was actually trying to intimidate a lot of people, and we talked about some Navy stuff or whatever, because I've been some places he's been, and he tried to he said something to intimidate me, and I said I told him. I forgot what I said to him, but I said, that wouldn't be a good idea. And he was really bigger than me. And then we talked some more, and then it was like, I guess he was trying to try me out. But when I went to prison, I wasn't. Prior to going to prison, you had to make me fight, But when I came out of prison, it's like a thing on a light switch. And it can click like that, because like in that
Didn't give a fuck.
situation, I'm telling you, it's crazy because it's volatile. Like when them guys attacked me over that mac and cheese, that was the most insane thing. And then I'm here defending myself, and these guys are attacking me for mac and cheese. That's fucking crazy.
I'm sorry, but I think I'd snap on the inside and have the ability. It's like you would attack me over mac and cheese. I'm gonna kill both of you, you motherfuckers.
That's what.
Like that's a primal thing. It's
yeah.
And it makes it worse that it's over mac and cheese. Don't ask me
Yeah.
why, because if it's like
Yeah.
money, like you say you got a bag of cash, someone robs you, it's like that fucking sucks, obviously, but it's like you get it.
But I'm on the outside.
Huh?
But we're on the outside and we can go make more money.
That's a good point. Okay, fair enough. You get taken for anything in a place like that, you're
You know what
gonna
I'm
fucking
saying?
snap. Everything
That's
matters.
what I'm saying.
Everything
Like on the
matters.
inside, that's the only mac and cheese you fucking get.
And
Yep.
then when that gay dude
That's a good
told
point.
me I better have his $2.
So that's even more
That was
hostility.
crazy too.
It was mac and maybe get it once a
That
month or
mac
some
and cheese
shit.
is fucking gold.
Everybody knows it. Man. It's wild shit.
That's some crazy shit.
I'm glad a lot of the private prisons are like shutting down.
Well, this is what I learned when I was in prison. I think it's a very valuable lesson. If you allow four walls to
complex.
if you allow four walls to incarcerate you, you were in jail before you
We're
got
never really
there.
free.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's that?
I don't know, but
I've heard that quote.
Yeah, I that's in my book, man. And I never heard anybody say it but me. I've even quoted.
You might.
it.
I might have been you who told it to me.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
Probably was.
But you heard it from somebody.
I don't know.
Sorry, we had some technical difficulties.
Yes, we did.
Some testicle difficulties. You know what happens. They got pills for that. Anyway.
Are you ready?
We're
So
going
let's
now.
see. We talked about truffle butter. We talked about Burning Man. We talked about human instinct, especially between boys and girls, and how certain genders and just the human race in general is geared towards certain norms depending on what gender you are. And it's kind of interesting.
Sometimes you're sticking in the wrong hole.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for the person on the receiving end.
If you are in prison, before you go to prison, you let them four walls incarcerate you. You're in prison before you got there. And this is what I wrote about that thought. It's called sunshine. Life is a raindrop, as death is the energy of the sun. Through the evaporation of rain, eternity has begun. It can be iniquity or heavenly divine, but the purpose of life is generated by the sunshine. Adding to my wisdom things I do not know. The more I understand, the more I grow. But yet I look to the meadows for heavenly desire, forsaking the sunshine which is eternally higher. The giver of life and essence of all. Without the sunshine, man would fall.
That's a very, very good and very true poem. You gotta have the sun, man. If you don't have the sun, that's it. You can't have shit. The Egyptians knew that.
Why you echoing this, dog?
Because it was very intense and poetic.
So if I listen, where'd the echo go?
It's only for a little bit while he goes away. He does some weird shit.
I was going to do some of that with a kiss. Never mind. I don't even know the name of that song.
Yeah.
What's up?
We're looking at you and you're looking at us now. We're eyeballing you. What you gonna do about it? Say something. You won't. No balls.
You know what I used to do when I was younger? It's real stupid. I'd
What's
walk up
that?
to the biggest cat and be like, first of all, I used to, I don't know if they do it like that. I used to unbutton my shirt. I was a little bit more muscular because I worked out all the time. Button my shirt back like this and walk around like this. I wasn't big, but I'd bump into them Italian dudes or them Spanish dudes, and man, watch out, dude, I'm big. And it was funny because I looked ridiculous like them, and every so often I'd bump into him, and he'd be like, "Man, you're not fucking big. I'm big," and it would be funny.
Perfect.
Never got into a fight with them?
No, man, I'm the only person I know that has made people that want to kick my ass laugh.
I think a lot of people do that, but you're just very good at it, and you've been doing it for decades.
What do you mean?
Like, there's a lot of people who are just like that. They
You want to fight them and they turn it into something else?
No, I'd say I try to do that more likely. Like, I'm more of that kind of thing. It's like I'd rather try to like resolve it before it comes to that.
Yeah.
I'm saying there's a lot of people who probably have made someone laugh, so they didn't want to kick their ass after.
Yeah,
someone.
I'm real good at that shit too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is you've been doing it for a long time, so you're very good at it. You know?
You ever seen that one guy that used to come down to gas bars all the time, and he'd come down there and talk about somebody that pissed him off, and he'd go back and kick their ass, and then 20 minutes later he comes back and he's all fucked up. That shit used to crack me up.
I've seen that like once.
And then the one time that guy fell in the drain, I don't know how in the hell that his head fell into the drain. That was funny as hell.
Fell in the drain.
Yeah.
Explain.
They hit. It was this when I was doing hot dogs, and
What year was that?
Oh, let's see. I was working. Was I bartending or was I working doing something else?
every once in a while.
Like on Wednesday, Sanman nights, you were still doing the hot dog?
Yeah,
okay, so
yeah.
that would have been, I was 19, that would have been 7 years ago. That would have been like 2013, 2014. It might be even earlier.
No, it was earlier than that.
Okay. Last time.
Because
What year were you born?
95.
When I got out of jail, anyway, I was put in jail wrongfully. It was a clerical
If you were
court
19,
error.
Imagine going to jail over a court error.
That's fucking totally. I almost had a stroke while I was there. But anyway, and then about a year after that, so it was about 2012 when that happened, when I was selling delicious wiener.
You've always wanted to slang that wiener, huh? Until it came time to, and you quit.
You know what happened?
Quit.
Did you ever see the porn dog?
I've heard that name before. You have told me about this. Like,
what the fuck is the porn dog?
Please.
The porn dog is a hot dog that's like this big.
yeah, I've seen this. Yes, was there like onions and like chili, like sauerkraut, like there's a bunch of shit on it?
No, the porn dog, I used to serve it on one bun and hang over the side. And the only people that bought the porn dog were women. So I've been selling this porn dog for about 3 weeks or so. So then I got 3 groups of ladies, 6 women eating porn dogs. And they're on both sides. One of them's holding it, and they're both going like this. Chuck walks over behind. He walks over and he goes, "Look at those girls eating the." No, he says, "I'm looking at the girls laughing," and Chuck tells me to come over and look at the guys watching the girls. And then it became even funnier. And then your dad comes out and he goes, "Sandman." He goes, "What the hell is this I hear about a porn dog?" And I said, I just told him, "Look, Eric." And he turned around and looked. And he was like, "Okay, porn dog." That was hilarious. He was so serious.
There's always, I mean, he was just like, "What are you doing here, man? Like, why is he coming to this every time, Sanman?"
Oh, that was crazy. But I didn't give it the name. I didn't even start that shit.
I remember those hot dogs being good as fuck.
They were
like they were so good. You always the thing is you had like all the sauces and stuff. It's like when
man.
I would go, I had to go there enough. Maybe I was food running. Like maybe I was 15 and I was food running. I think that might have been it. Because okay, so that would have been like 11 years ago.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
exactly when that happened.
Okay, so yeah, that's when I was still working there. I was food running when I was 15, and yeah, I remember I used to always get a hot dog. You'd hook me up, or give like $1 or $2, and you'd fucking give me this crazy shit. But you had like a million sauces. You had every single like topping you fucking want. You had everything.
Everything. That shit.
They were so good.
I was fighting in the woods with paintballs while you were food running at Gaspar's Grotto.
Be like that.
That was good times. But then it just got to be hard work. I didn't want to do it anymore.
I gotta ask, what was the hard work? Setting up, breaking down? Like, because the thing is, you stayed in the same place. You'd have to walk up and down 7th. So, like, you had that going for you. You were in a prime location.
What the thing was, I'd rather LJ do the hot dogs and let me go sell the flowers because I'm going to make twice as much money. You know, but I don't know. That was
not the man you should have left in charge of your business. Period.
Yeah. Well, that's why I couldn't do it. That was what I wanted, you know, because I could trust him and everything. But then
he did some fuck shit.
Well, see, you got to look at. I kept him off of crack for like 5 years.
And then you said one of the dishwashers.
Yeah.
Was it Sam?
I don't know.
The big goofy teeth.
I don't know. I don't remember. This is a heavyset guy.
Tall?
Round guy. He wasn't that tall, but he was round.
Okay.
And then they gave him crack, thinking that I guess they're thinking is, he's got the flower money, you know, and they don't care what my money. Because the dude see me months later and he tried to apologize, and I was like, because I told him, man, I said, man, that's black. I said, why would you do that, man? That's some bullshit. You know, over some little money, you're trying to get, man, he don't even got no damn money, and you're trying to take what he got. Because I mean, would somebody like that? They took $20 that they saved to buy one rock and then split it up and then go out there to try to make $20. I mean, that's what kind of hustler he was. You know what I'm saying?
LJ?
No, that's what type of hustle the dishwasher was.
Oh, God.
It wasn't like he had a whole bunch of rocks.
No,
you know,
like he just was trying to get. He was trying to get as much money as he could any way he could.
Yeah, so I mean, it wasn't like he was. You know, he just took advantage of this cat. And you know, it just was ended in a bad situation because LJ wasn't all there.
That's true.
You know, and then you just hear LJ take that, and then okay,
he's gonna do it.
Yeah, you know,
that really sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
when was the last time you saw him?
I look for him all the time. I look, you know, because he got me out of that little house. You know, because things weren't going like we expected, and because I don't know, he fucked up his little check, and then he didn't know how to tell me, and it was just a messed up situation, and he just ran away because he was really afraid of me. I don't know why. I never did anything.
Probably because he respected you.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't want to disappoint. So he's like, well, I don't see him. I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
That's most realistic. That's probably the most realistic thing, honestly. He knows he fucked up, and he's just sad.
And he stole my 3-wheeler bike. I was a fucking man with that bitch. You gotta know it.
I used to have a bicycle that looked just like a dirt bike.
I still have my childhood bicycle. It's actually up here in the thing. All the tires got to be replaced because they're just fucking flat.
Like this one looked like
it
a
was
fucking
a dyno.
motocross bike.
This was a red and black
It had
dyno.
like the whole like chassis of like a miniature, not miniature, but like a motocross bike with pedals.
That's sick.
I took it to the skate park and I fucking ate shit. Terribly.
Too heavy?
Man, I was riding
It was very heavy.
When I used to ride my bike around there in Ybor, and them 5 guys got shot at Empire, and then they got shot somewhere else down the street, like a bunch of people. And this one guy that rode a horse, cop guy that rode a horse, he used to fuck with me. So, because he told me to stop riding when I first got my credit card thing. So this must have been 2009. He told me to stop riding my bike on the sidewalk. So he told me to ride it on the street. So I did. I rode it on the street, and I said, man, it's fucking crazy. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to ride up and down the street on the
I don't
bike.
do that. I wouldn't do that in Tampa either. I'm born and raised here. I am not doing that. Period.
So
I skate in the street.
I ran down. I followed him. I said, sir, I said, can you give me a ticket now so we can go to court about this? Because I'm not riding. I'm not going to do it. And he fucked with me a couple times after that. And then one time I was in front of Central Ybor, and I was delivering my spiel to a group of people, but they were looking over my head, and I turned around, his horse was right there in my face. And so he gave me a ticket and for riding my bike on the thing. And I wrote the court, and I said, man, a lot of times I'm the first person on the scene, and a lot of shit that happens. At that time I had like 13 police officers' phone numbers in my phone, which really was a disgrace. But I'm not gonna say disgrace, but I was able to do a lot of things with those dudes' numbers and prevent. Like one girl was drunk and just throwing money out, and I saved her life probably. But anyway, I told the judge, man, I do all this, and these 5 guys got killed, and this dude is worrying about whether I'm riding a bike. Man, that dude never doesn't even look at me now.
Damn. Well, that's good. Hopefully you kind of like realize he was a fucker.
And some people are like that. They just are fuckers.
They're just fairly
Fuckers.
They're around you because it's convenient for them to be around you.
I like I can't even believe I have a officer of the law on my Facebook as a friend. I can't even believe that. But
I don't have any of those.
I'm proud to have that dude on there. So y'all motherfuckers don't be sending no crazy shit. That's crazy though.
That's pretty crazy.
Man, there was a cop retirement party at Bad Monkey the other day, and I saw it because I walked by and Viper was working there now, so I said, "Hey, what's up to him?" He's the one who told me that, and he was like, "Yeah, if anyone tries to like start any shit in here tonight, he's like, I ain't gotta do shit. Like, honestly, he's like, I'm not putting my hands on them. I'm not dealing with that. He's like, I want to be nice to what they do their shit because." I was like, I don't know, man.
Well, yeah.
Some people. This is what I realized when I was incarcerated. Why is it that these inmates are so into cops and all these criminal programs? Because they are criminals. That's like CNN to them. You know what I'm saying? They say this guy did this crime and he almost got away with it, but damn, there's a seed planted right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because I'll be like, man, and I told you about the Frasier episode.
I remember you mentioned Frasier, but what episode?
No, when I was in the jail and I was talking real strong black
they
talk.
called you Frasier.
Yeah, and then I said, I gotta go because Frasier's coming on. I said, bitch, what kind of shit is that? Frasier. Malcolm X is gonna go watch Frasier. Get the fuck out of here.
Malcolm X would totally watch Frasier.
I know he would.
That's what I think. Like, he would.
No,
he would learn from it.
But I'm just saying that's how the brothers said. They were like, yeah, Frasier, bitch, are you crazy?
That's funny.
I told them dudes let's have a hunger strike. That shit was funny too.
Utz, we need you to sponsor us. We're eating your pub mix here, and we can't keep our hands off of it.
Yeah.
Supply us with pub mix. That's all.
What is it?
Just in case it's pub mix.
Let me see. Okay.
They're also the people that make the cheese balls with the
If you eat
purple
these,
cap.
your dick will grow 2 inches until Friday. Then
we
it'll
can
shrink
hope.
back to the regular size.
We're not putting any medical claims on Utz's product. Yeah, send us some more pub mix, please. Thanks.
That's funny that you said when I say that stupid shit, like I'm too sexy for my shirt, like, and you said when you listen to it, it's funny as shit. That's funny. I've been doing that on purpose all the time because I know it's stupid.
It's great.
Like whenever I get back on whenever I get back to do a CD again, I always say, "Where's Fat Boy? I see you over there hiding, motherfucker." That's just something I heard on another album that I really thought was funny. The Dirty
You're
Mac.
a plagiarist.
No, he said, "I see you over there, bitch. You ain't hiding, motherfucker."
No, we should do. We should organize a giant workout session in this parking lot here and not participate.
That's funny as
We'll
shit.
get like 80, 90 people. We can fit hundreds of people down there.
We should. We
how
should.
would we do that?
We should watch.
How would
You
we
put
do
it
that?
A Knuckleheads yoga workout group or like a fucking like hit workout group or whatever on Facebook. Put an event.
That would be fucking.
We should do it.
It would be funny.
And it would not only
We'll MC it. We'll just DJ the thing, you know.
Yeah, no,
we'll MC it.
we could get sponsors and everything. That shit would be funny as fuck.
All right, it's coming together, folks.
I'm
Be on the
not
lookout.
fucking
On a
working out in
date
the
to be
parking lot.
decided. We'll throw a little festival. What if we threw a flea market in the parking lot?
Yo,
A flea market in the parking lot.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
That's a great idea.
It is.
Because my thing is, like, this parking lot is, unless it's a Friday or Saturday, it's usually empty.
That's a really good idea.
So who's the landlord? There
is someone, I'll put it this way, for the Gay Pride Parade, they did have, they had an attendant out here, but that was the first time I've seen an attendant in at least 6 months, and usually they only do it on event nights or Fridays and Saturdays. Otherwise,
But
like,
you
they don't
have
give a
to-
fuck.
You have to have liability insurance.
Do you?
Yeah, $1 million. It was
What?
in the day. Back in the day, it was $1 million.
Wait, we couldn't, I don't know. I feel like there's a way we could just do this.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know.
If they can do one in the fucking park.
So I'm saying they can do this shit everywhere. Like,
Well,
nah.
the way to do it is you get the city to co-sponsor it.
I'd be about it, but then you know what? The only thing that would suck is I wouldn't be able to use that parking spot.
Why
We'd
not?
have to do it in a small portion of the lot if we did it.
Just this part out here.
or just that outer part, yeah. So
Yeah.
people could still like go in and out of the lot and park and use all the other spots,
a really
but
good
just that
idea.
back part right there.
So what are you saying? 20 vendors, 20 artists.
You could fit 20 vendors. You'll probably fit more, especially if you put them on both
Easily.
sides. Like my thing is, you could and if those tents are stacked together, you could put like 60 people out there. Honestly, it'd be tight, but you could do it.
So what would you charge as a vendor?
I don't know. Good question, but.
How would we promote?
I was just doing it for fun. I wasn't even talking about like getting any money off it because I feel like if I get money involved, that's when then people are gonna be like, "Well, I own this lot and you owe me the fucking money."
The way I understand it, it could be wrong. That insurance, I mean, it's a must. That's why they don't do little car washes at gas stations anymore.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I saw what on Columbus said.
I mean, when I was coming up, it was every friggin' corner. You got to get somebody that's willing to say they don't care about whatever. But most people won't do it because of liability.
a way to shit my Sundays, Sanman.
Yeah, you shit all over his happiness.
It's okay. I know you,
You
didn't.
took a
You're just
big
being
bu-
real. You were trying
You-
to help.
You
I
took
know.
your big black
Man,
salty
I wanted-
chocolate balls
I
and you
wanted to
smeared
know
it all
which one
over
of the
his happy
munchies you
dream
got.
face.
One of them big cheese sticks.
Oh, okay.
Those are good. Those are good.
They're
Well, okay,
like
so
what Cheetos should
hold
have
on,
been.
I think we should all discuss what is the best morsel in here that you have tried.
I think it's those little orange things. These things.
the orange chips.
Yeah,
The chips are really good. Those ones. This one right there.
This?
The chips.
that's the best thing. In
The
there.
cheese chips. The cheese chips are really good. I like
This
the
right here.
little. Oh, that little thing. You don't see a lot of those. Them shits are off the chain. The little
what were
orange
you talking
triangles.
about?
He was talking
Oh,
about the
this
chip. He was talking about the chip.
The boomerangs.
God damn it. They just do such a good job. And
That
they make.
motherfuckers off the train.
Bro, like, this is way better than Chex Mix. That's like my thing.
Way
like,
better than
like
Chex
I
Mix.
never liked Chex,
Chex
Mix.
Mix
Everyone-
have those weird brown ones that don't taste like anything.
These brown ones they have actually taste good. They have like some
These
brown
ones,
Yes.
if they're Chex Mix, are terrible.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's good Chex Mix.
What about these little white ones?
I don't even know what that is.
You mean the white and yellow ones? Oh, the square? I don't know what the fuck that is either.
I know that you didn't hear it the way y'all talking
I feel
about
like-
both of y'all said the little brown ones. Yeah, oh yeah, the brown ones. And so I say,
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, if they heard how that sounded.
Out of context.
Hold on, I'm writing down. Sorry. What we need to splice in later, because I feel like while we talked about that, we should have a picture of like just like you type in Utz Pugman spread on the table, so you start talking, you put little arrows in on it or something. It's like that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Like,
I'll give them free advertising. I'll put their fucking logo on it.
we put the logo on it, but I kind of want to see it like splayed out. Like I'm sure there's a picture. We type in Utz Pugman of it spilled over, and you can see every little thing that's in it.
Something like that.
It's like that one's good. That one's good. God damn it! I'm so hungry. I don't want to just kill that. I want to save
So
some.
what?
I want to save something for Will. No, I mean I got Fresh Kitchen. Like I bought that. That's what I came in with, but I haven't eaten it. I'm gonna do that between episodes though, for sure.
We've been
What's
going
that?
for an hour and 28 minutes.
It's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's time.
Especially for something that just, yeah.
First time.
So, you want to actually
should do a little wrap up.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see.
Let's start a conversation.
What did Snoop Dogg say on Soul Plane?
We gotta leave it. We gotta leave segueing out of the conversation.
Yeah, fair enough.
So on Soul Plane, what did Snoop Dogg say?
What does Snoop Dogg say on Soul Plane?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something,
He-
motherfucker.
He says a lot of stuff, but
Say me a little Snoop Dogg.
the best line I think on the whole show is, "I got a boo boo."
I can just hear it in his fucking voice. I got a boo boo.
Damn, Snoop in his house.
My
Oh
God.
no.
All right, that just made me uncomfortable.
What?
Soul Plane is the worst movie.
Oh, that movie is so ridiculous.
You gotta have
and
some
stupid.
soul, brother.
It's just so bad.
No, this is the best part. You murderers! You murderers! With a big ice cube on his butt. That shit is so stupid. My favorite part is he goes, "Oh no, this shit is touching my butt."
This shit is touching my butt.
Yeah. No, he says, "It's touching my butt." That movie cracks me. I'm gonna go watch it tonight.
Hey, remember when Steve-O got his ass cheeks pierced together?
Yes.
Who?
Steve-O from Jackass.
Yeah, that was
Got his
terrible.
ass cheeks pierced together.
What was Jackass about?
Jackass was
It
just a bunch
people
of
doing
guys
a bunch of stupid shit.
doing weird.
That's
dumb
all it
shit.
was.
Hence the movie Jackass.
It was beautiful. It
First
a
one was really
beautiful
good.
time.
Second one was pretty
You
good.
know, Bam Margera's boycotting
Isn't that-
Jackass 4.
Isn't that the
Why?
movie?
Because he's not in it?
Well, they kicked him out of it for acting like a jackass, which I think I'm with Bam on this one because, like, how do you get kicked out of Jackass for acting like a jackass?
Is Jackass the one where the guy's getting married?
That's Bam's Unholy Union.
No, it's something else. They went on they got a trip to Vegas, and the guy went and they did all this
That's
stuff.
called fucking The Hangover.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
I would have never watched that movie, but I watched that movie. It was so fucking stupid funny. You know, the stupidest, funniest movie I ever seen was The Blades
What's
of
that?
Glory.
Oh my
I like that.
fucking god!
Steph hates it so much.
I
love
saw that with my
movie.
mother and I think my aunt in the fucking movie theater.
That shit was
That's
so
awkward to watch with. Oh,
I fell asleep during Captain Phillips.
and Captain Phillips.
In the
I
movie
never saw
theater.
Captain Phillips.
Hey,
It takes a long time.
when he held him up there like this,
Oh my god, yo, when he got it, when he got his fucking his ice skates caught in the escalator.
I remember.
He got it. He was chasing him, and he got his ice skate, and they were running through the fucking place, and they ran up an escalator, and he got his ice skate stuck in the escalator.
Oh, I don't remember that. But that movie was fucking. I mean, certain movies are alright. I'm a brother. I ain't watching that shit. I don't know how. I don't know how I started watching it, but that shit was ridiculous. He went like this. That shit was crazy.
You always gotta give a good nut tap. And on that note, I think it's time to end.
I know.
I'd like to thank everybody for watching this episode, our first episode video. We've had fun. Don't forget to check out Sand Gear, available on 7th Avenue any given day. And then,
BRSANMAN.net.
why don't you just plug that?
Isn't that what I just did?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Oh. DRSANMAN.net. Boop, boop.
Don't forget.
Also, you should follow. If you need to Venmo us, got the YKH podcast. We'd appreciate it.
Please.
We want to go to Burning Man.
We're all poor black people, even us too, because that's our dad, and he doesn't give us any food. All right, thank you for everyone.